Hi everyone, my name is Thalia and I'll be talking about 5 anime that have already finished from this season, and then I think next week everything that the other ones that I'm watching are finished as well. Then I will do part 2 of this final impressions thingy, and then I can tell you what I thought of the other ones. But I will not do the ones in this list, like the ones that I review every week. I'm not gonna do my final impression in this one. I'll do that separately, of course. So for this one, I have Haikyuu, Hamatora, Gekkan Shoujo, Nozaki-kun, Aldnoah.zero, and Captain Earth. So I finished all of those, and I will tell you my thoughts about them. Haikyuu, sports anime, it's definitely not Kuroko no Basket style or whatever, or feels either. It's completely different for me. For enjoyment, I did really like it. There were moments where I was like, well, when they were playing, and I was like, I got a little bored, but that's just me because I just don't like sports. So I do get bored very easily when it's about sports. That is why I dropped Baby Steps, for example. It wasn't a bad anime at all, but it was just the sports that was kind of boring to me, and I didn't really like it because Baby Steps is very focused on like the techniques of like tennis and all that stuff. So, but for Haikyuu, it was okay. Like, we had good comedy in here, we had feels, especially at the last episode. I did like the last episode a lot because they had to make choices and they shouldn't give up and all that kind of stuff, and they didn't, and it was just very heartwarming and happy at the end, and I did really like that, and that's why I really enjoyed the series as well, because it had a really good ending, and I really liked it that they just went on to like another tournament. They just went to the spring tournament, and that's what I like about it. So a second season for Haikyuu, I wouldn't mind that. It was very enjoyable. I like the comedy, the main characters, I like them as well. The only thing that kind of annoyed me is that the girl didn't have too much attention. The one who worked with the coach, or was a coach, like, I can't completely remember, but there was basically only one girl in the series, so she didn't really have much attention. And I mean, I know I might compare this so much to Kuroko, but like Momoi and all that stuff, like they all get more attention, and yeah, I just wish she had a bit more attention. I don't know, it was a silent type as well though, so they made her character very silent, and she didn't really want to like talk much when it was about like games and all that stuff. So I don't know, I just wish she had more input into the anime. But anyways, it didn't really annoy me that much, so I'm fine with that. And then the opening song, the first opening song, I liked more than the second one, but then I grew to the second one as well. So I like the first and the second one, both very good. And yeah, like I said, the last episode was very enjoyable and I really liked it. So it was a good ending for the series. So then we have Hamatora. So, God, this was such a disappointment. I had hopes for this series because I did like the first season a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I know it doesn't make sense at all, but I did like the first season. But the second season made even less sense than the first season, so I was like, what the hell? But then like the last episode was kind of like about Art and his brother, and how they have a connection, and how Nice has a connection with them as well, and all that stuff. And it's like, dude, that's kind of too late. You should have said that in like the middle or before that, from the second season, so it would have made kind of more sense what Art was doing the whole time. But for me, I don't know, I was just confused the whole time because it didn't make sense. And I did have a few enjoyable moments, which was about Hajime, because it was kind of about her past, and we finally knew like what was up with her, because she was one of the most interesting characters in the whole thing, and she actually didn't do too much in the series either. So I mean, that already explains how the series works, kind of. So yeah, second season, I kind of wish I didn't see it, because like the first episodes were okay, I guess, but then it only went down and down, and it was like, what the fuck are they doing? And yeah, opening song though, I like a lot. So I even grew to like it more than like the first season's opening, so I like it. So that's basically it. Hamatora, I don't know, I don't have too much to say because it wasn't too enjoyable. it actually got boring after a while for me too, because I was like, okay, no one is dying, they're gonna be alive anyways, so this is how the series works. No one dies except for characters who aren't really important, and that's it. But all the important ones stay alive because they are superheroes. Like, it just doesn't really make sense to me, and it kind of annoyed me. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop ranting about Hamatora, and I'll talk about Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. So this one was very enjoyable, very funny. The comedy in this one, I liked it a lot. I liked all the characters, not only the two main characters like Nozaki and Sakura, but all the characters, and there was a lot of shipping going on, and I like that about the series, especially also with the last episode. We had that moment when they were watching the fireworks and she said that she loves him, so she kind of confessed, and I was like, oh fuck, and he like whispered in her ear, and then we had the whole like ending song and all that stuff, and I was like, no, you're gonna tell us what's going to happen, because otherwise I'm gonna rage as fuck. But they did, and he misunderstood her, and he said, oh, I love the fireworks as well. And that was just typical Nozaki-kun, and that is what I like about the series. They just stay in character. Like, Nozaki-kun stays like interested in love, but only for his manga, and having more experience to like draw more about it and stuff and make stories of it. I actually like it that there wasn't too much romance in there. I mean, there was kind of, but it was more from the girl's side than from the boy's side. But I don't know, I like how they can just keep being friends, and that she doesn't mind that they are still friends. Like, she's like, I'm okay with being friends, still being friends, and I like it how it is this way. So they can still grow, and I just like the whole thing with the manga concept. Like, I didn't really expect that. I expected it to focus more on the relationship between her and him, but I mean, that didn't happen. It was more comedy and manga and friendship and all that kind of stuff. Not too much feels only at the end, but I don't mind. I like comedy. So this one, I just really enjoyed. I was looking forward to new episode every week, because it wasn't always about the same character. Sometimes the series would also be like in two parts, kind of, which I didn't mind, because that way you could actually meet the other characters and like get to know them more and all that stuff. So Gekkan Shoujo, I loved it a lot. The ending was for me perfect as well. I don't even think a second season is needed. Like, I like it this way, how it ended. I don't mind that they aren't a couple, because we kind of saw this coming, like how Nozaki-kun is, and they didn't really have a really romantic connection. So yeah, I just enjoyed the last episode, and that's basically it. So for the next one, we have Aldnoah.zero. So this one was what the fuck? Like, that was the last episode. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, so this one was basically me raging the whole time at the end. Like, the beginning was kind of like slow, because they were still like fighting and all that stuff, but then shit went down, and now everyone hates Lane. To be honest, I don't hate him, because I kind of understand it, I guess, but I do have some hate for him. But I want to know who is really dead and who isn't, because I have a feeling Inaho and the princess, they are dead, but probably one of them is alive, or they are both alive, like, who knows. But I think at least one of them is still alive. I'm not sure though, because the princess got hit very well and a lot, so and Inaho did as well, actually. So I have no idea what to think right now, but I can't wait for the second season, or like the part 2 or whatever people call it, because I'm pretty sure Slane will kick some ass and take revenge and all that stuff, and I don't know what he's up to, but I know it will be epic. So I'm really looking forward to the next season thingy, and just more action and all that stuff, because I'm usually not into mecha at all. This one just blew my mind, like Sidonia no Kishi did in the last season. So that's it for Aldnoah.zero. That's just like, what the fuck, what happened? Brilliant ending. I don't mind that the last episode is a cliffhanger, because we know we're gonna see more of this. So we just have to wait till January though, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, anyways, for the next one is Captain Earth. The ending was kind of like, it was okay, but it wasn't wow. But then again, the whole series wasn't really wow, so I didn't really expect too much of the ending, but it kind of surprised me because I do like how they put the romance kind of into the ending. So I don't know, I did enjoy it. It wasn't wow, but it was good. It did have its boring moments and maybe sometimes lame moments as well, with like Jesse and James that they had, like the two bad guys. Like it was, sometimes I was saying, I don't know, but still the series had some enjoyable moments, especially when like the team was together and when they were just like hanging out or like just doing like the assignments that they had, and when they had to like look for the other people who could get affected and all that stuff. Like I did like that part of the whole series, and also the end wasn't too bad. So I like how they connected and how the couples were like together and the shipping was going on and all that stuff. I did like that about the series, but otherwise, yeah, that's kind of it about Captain Earth. I don't have too much to say about it because it's also mecha. Like most of you know, I don't really like mecha, but this one was still enjoyable. Otherwise, I would have dropped it way earlier. So I do like the comedy that was in there sometimes. Not too much though, but when it was there, I liked it. And there were feelings. There were like quite a lot of feelings sometimes. And I didn't expect that from this series. So that I liked as well. And the ending, I don't mind at all. It was kind of cheesy though at the end, like him holding her. But like, I don't mind. Like, I think it was good. It was a good ending. So yeah, not the best one, but it was good. I'm just gonna say that. So yeah, that's kind of it for these 5 series. So those are my final thoughts. And just let me know in the comments what you think of these series. For the next one, I will be talking about Barakamon, Zankyo no Terror, Strange Plus, the 2nd season, Glass Lip, and Free Eternal Summer. So those will be ending soon, and when all of them are out, I will be talking about those 5, and that will be part 2. So that's basically it. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comments like about all the series I talked about. You can just barf your feels, let me know what you thought of the ending or of the series on its own, and that's it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to, you can still do that here or on my channel, and that's it. So I will see you soon. Bye.